We need to make the boat go faster. So the dragon boat race with China. China has lower prices, these agile operations like Temu, and they have control over the supply chain, which makes them also very agile. Here's Philips coming. You guys, you still have service, you have your brand, you have innovation, and you have quality as characteristics that at the moment still make you better than some of these Chinese manufacturers. But the big danger is complacency, and that we think that this is the way things will stay. So we should not put your head in the sand and think that the current situation will be able to handle that. Because let's look at those 4 characteristics. This is Eric Smith of Google, and he said in 2020,
as an American, I have carried the prejudices about China in my years working with them. That they're very good at copying things, that they're very good at organizing things, that they throw large numbers of people at it, but they're not going to do anything new. They're very, very good at stealing, if you will, our stuff.
So, that's what a lot of people still think nowadays. But in this same interview, Eric Smith also said,
those prejudices need to be thrown out. The Chinese are just as good and maybe better in key areas of research and innovation as the West. They're putting more money into it. They're putting it in a different way. It's state-directed in a way that's different from the West. We need to get our act together to compete.
So the Chinese are just as innovative as we are. And yesterday, this was an op-ed that appeared in the New York Times. I would like to ask you to go and look that up and read this. And I'm not going to read all of this out, but basically what they are saying is China is going very fast in all kinds of different ways of innovation. And because of what Trump is doing and how he's hurting the position of a lot of companies, the universities, etc., he actually increases the distance of his dragon boat, the American dragon boat, and the Chinese dragon boat. Also, branding. So, Philips has a strong brand, but so does China. And China is bringing more and more of their very valuable brands outside of the country as well. You might very well know all of these brands and have seen them. Also, of course, in the area of EVs. And it's not just in hardware and technological products. One of the sectors that I watch a lot is retail. And in China, there's a lot of retail companies, Chaji, Luckin Coffee, Mixue, Keta, Dingdong Maicai. They are already going abroad as well. And maybe they might not arrive here in Europe first, but they first go to Saudi Arabia, to Brazil, to New York to test out things. But before long, you might well see these companies that sell anything from ice cream to coffee appear in your own regions as well. So, innovation, branding, yeah, China is doing quite well there as well. Service. Has anybody ever been to a NIO house? NIO is the electric vehicle company. And when we do study tours in China, I sometimes take people to a NIO house. It's like a clubhouse for members. It is taking service to the absurd extreme. In China, if you drive a NIO, you can have the birthday party of your kid at a NIO house. They even have like a daycare center. If you want to go shopping, you can leave your kid with the NIO house for a while. So service, they will also be able to do that. And if they come here, this is the NIO house in I think it's in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands. So we are not unique in service also. Product quality. Now I wrote a report about what Temu is currently trying to do to improve the quality of the products on their platform. They know, as I told you, that they have a bad reputation, but they also know that to survive, they need to provide better products. So they have even given off a profit warning that their profits will be lower in the next couple of years because they are inventing in upgrading the quality of the products of the manufacturers on their platform. I'm not going to run you through all of these. I'll send you these in the handouts. But they are doing many, many different things to improve the product quality. So if these things continue, where are your USPs? The Chinese will be able to do that as well, and before long, you might disappear from the dragon boat race. Sorry to give you this very depressing message. But what I'm trying to do is to sort of have you wake up a bit, because we need to shed off these prejudices. This is Sun Tzu, who wrote The Art of War. It's often very much quoted. And what I often say at the end of my keynotes is, he said, you need to know both your enemy and yourself, and then you don't have to fear hundreds of battles. So what I find in practice, if I speak at a conference, for instance, is that the knowledge about China is extremely limited, while at the same time, the Chinese study what we are doing very well, and they learn from us. But we think, oh, it's far away, they make crappy products there, human rights abuses, and because of that sentiment, we are not paying attention. So we need to start paying attention. Well, one of the good things is that you invited me to come and speak to you today. I haven't even spoken about hardware products, just about platforms. But I hope that this sort of wakes you up already a bit. If you need more, then sign up with TechBus China. I write a lot about e-commerce. My colleagues Freya, Rita and Rui, they write about AI, EV companies, robotics, so more about the hardware side. Try to keep up to date and stay informed.